Welcome back to Sardine Gate. We have an update. So this email was sent to me last night, so I couldn't answer it until now, but you know, this is where we're at this point, okay? Thank you for contacting us. We do not offer sardines with tomato sauce in a 125 gram tin. If you have a photo of the product or the label, we'd be happy to take a look and confirm for you. Otherwise, we recommend checking directly with the manufacturer listed on the tin for the most accurate nutritional information. Sincerely, Select Europe Fruits de Mer. Now, this is where everything's going to start getting really interesting. So I did a Google search for the Fruits de Mer, who makes them. And we came up with, there was an AI answer that first off said it was the Pelagic Group and to check with according to Open Food Facts. So we did. And this is what you get. This product page is not complete. You can help to complete it by editing and adding more data from the photos we have, or by taking more photos using the app for Android or iPhone, iPad. Thank you. There is no nutritional information on here whatsoever. Only what's on here. And this is not even the tin that we're looking at, right? Now this one happens to say that the calorie content in it is 210 and the fat calories are 110, right? So what is going on? What is going on? Now I think the ones that they have are the ones that are in oil because it's a different color tin. Yeah, it's in spiced vegetable oil, so it's in a different tin. Slightly different to ours, not that much different, but still slightly different. Yeah, so still no real answers. So let's have a look at who the Pelagic Group are, shall we? An international consultancy firm deeply committed to creating meaningful change. I don't know about you, but I've actually got a small business management degree and this makes no sense. Why is a consultancy firm producing tins of sardines? So as it turns out, let's go back. Now, there's not a lot more to learn about them, but this particular brand of sardines and oil are only produced for farm foods. Only produced for farm foods. And that totally makes sense because I use farm foods all the time. Like all the time. So it totally makes sense to me that that is a thing. So, where do we go from here? Well, the genuine answer is this. In the UK and in Europe, if the labelling standard is not what it should be, if it is not readable, it does not contain the correct nutritional information, has issues with it, there needs to be another label that is stuck over the top. Now you may find this already in stuff that's already in your cupboards, that there will be a paper label that has been basically pasted onto the product. Now I actually went through my pantry today because we've usually got 2 or 3 of these things because I've got all sorts of stuff from everywhere, right? But this time I didn't actually have any. Can we say sod's law much? That's all I'm saying. The point is this. If those were made for farm foods, then it's farm foods' responsibility to make sure... Well, okay. Yeah, so it's complicated. So from what I can gather, the consultancy firm organises the facilitation, production of the sardines on Farm Foods' behalf, right? But it is up to the seller to make sure that the labelling is correct. So guess what my next stop is? You've got it. I'm emailing Farm Foods. Let's see how long this takes to answer. Now, you could have the argument that I've taken this too far, and you could be correct. You could be correct in that, but you know, my neurospicy brain, once it gets rabbit, it will follow that rabbit down the hole. Just call my brain Alice. It will do it. It will go down that hole, and it will stay there, and it will stay on that hill until it dies. Until it finds out everything, right? Point is, we have labelling laws to protect people from situations like this, from finding that there is an allergen in that food, to protect people from making bad decisions. Those labels are not there to take up space, they are there for people to read. Not everybody reads them. I don't always read them. Let's be honest. And we might find out that this is just a printing error that was caused by lost in translation. Do you know what I mean? And that's okay. The point is this. There are labelling laws for a reason. It's all very well flogging off your stock for 50p a tin, because they were. But the labelling is so damn small as well. I had to take a photo of it as far as I could get it, and then expand that again to be able to read it. I'm not even kidding. Tell me you can read that. Who can read that? I can't read that. Can you read that? My camera doesn't even pick that up. They're supposed to be legible. We shouldn't have to get out a friggin' go down to the observatory and get a telescope to read this thing. That information should be available to us so that we can actually get it. And that means that either the company who sells it or the company who produces it needs to have that information where it's available to the general public. And if that information is incorrect, you are putting people at risk. Now, yes, this is a calories issue. It is not an ingredient issue, but the point stands. The point stands. Now, if I was someone who was having to do something for medical reasons, this could make me very ill. If these calories are correct, you can make someone very ill. Because if they're having to do something and not allowed to do stuff, over a certain limit for a certain amount of time, say for example they're having major surgery or they're recovering from surgery or something, some kind of digestional thing, who knows what it is, people can still get hurt by this. And it's important to make sure, and you have a duty of care as a company to make sure that the products you produce and supply to your public have the correct information on them. Now, we have some of the strictest labelling laws in the world for that reason. For that reason. It's there to protect the customer. It's there to protect the company. And if the company aren't holding up their end of the bargain, then we will take this where it has to go. That's all I'm saying. So, next stop, Farm Foods.